Right, so today we're going to be looking at word frequencies on Perseus. So we're going to go ahead and type Perseus into Google, and it's going to show us the Perseus Digital Library. All right, the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to click on Collections/Texts, and we're going to go into Greek and Roman materials. All right, so now we have a list of authors, and today we're specifically going to be looking at Lucretius. So we're going to go ahead and find him and click the little drop down box. And for the purpose of finding word frequencies, we're going to look at the text in Latin instead of in the English translation. So we're going to go ahead and click on search this work. Now, if you just wanted to do a general search for a word in the text, you would search it here. But we're going to go even further, and we're going to find out which words are used more frequently in this work. So we're going to go to the vocabulary tool, which is over here, and we're just going to click this little link button here, and it opens up a new tab. And then we have a whole bunch of works down here, and up here it says show documents in Greek. Well, like I said, for the purpose of this, we're going to want to search it in Latin. So we're going to click on Latin and show all. And now we have our list in Latin, and we're going to go find our precious Lucretius, who is right here. All right, and then we're going to click on Show Vocabulary. Now, this is exactly where we want to be. There's a lot going on here, so I'm going to try to explain it all. Up here you have your total word count of the whole work, and down here you have the word in Latin, and over here it's the definition of the word in English, of course. And you may be wondering what the most precise way to find out which word was used the most. Well, there's a maximum frequency and a minimum frequency, and they give us a perfect definition of what these two mean. Although Perseus can disambiguate a vast majority of Greek and Latin words, there are some forms which may be derived from more than one lexicon entry. For example, flies may be an instance of the verb to fly or the noun fly, so Perseus would include it in the count for both words. On the other hand, there's no doubt that sneezed is a form of to sneeze. In cases where the maximum instances differ from the minimum, the maximum are all of the possible occurrences of a given lemma, and the minimum are all of the occurrences of the word which the computer has disambiguated. So, all the ambiguous forms are included in a maximum count and excluded from the minimum. This is also true of the relative frequency calculations. So that's why we have two different numbers. So here, the word means and. So we can assume that and always means the same thing. But here, where the word means to be, or to exist, or to live, there's a minimum frequency of 524 and a maximum frequency of 2103. All right, so right now we're under the weighted frequency chart, as you can see up there, and that shows us the maximum and the minimum frequency. But we can change it to show it in alphabetical order, show it in order of maximum or minimum frequency, and the key term score. So for example, we'll just go and check out the maximum frequency. And like I said before, this is going to show us all the ambiguous forms of the words. So all these words are thought to mean the same thing, and that's why they're all put together in this maximum frequency, and they just go in order of that. And all right, and now we're back at our weighted frequency chart. And another important thing to note is that this little key term score. Now, what this does is it shows us how relevant the word actually is in the work that we're searching it for. So a higher key term score means that it's actually more relevant. So words that completely aren't relevant will have a key term score of 0. So for example, the word to or towards has a key score of 0.0064, and that's pretty low compared to our, if we look up here, and a body has a key score of 0.08.